Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. It's finished Barcelona 5, Victoria Plzen 1. And it was never really in doubt. There were a couple of moments, couple of nervy moments, but never really in doubt for Barcelona. And it's a good win, a comfortable win. A lot of positives to take, of course. The biggest one being the fact that they were able to give some of their Finnish players a run out. I mean, the likes of Kessie got a run out, the likes of Frenkie de Jong, Alba. Andreas Christensen hasn't played a lot as well. So those players got some game time, and even Fati as well got a start as well. So some players got some game time under their belt, which is great. Garcia getting a goal, of course, will also be very good to take. And I mean, there were some bigger positives, of course, that we'll talk about, but wasn't all roses. I mean, there were a few issues as well. I think the biggest issue was the way that Chory was dominating the central defenders. And I keep saying this, and I'll keep saying this. The only thing that's going to stop Barcelona is that defense, because that defense really has issues in there, and they will need to find a way to sort that out. And we saw it today. I think Chory had the better of Andreas Christensen in the duels. And there was a time when actually they won the ball off and it went on a counter attack, which didn't really go anywhere. And then there was that penalty, wasn't it? That penalty. Chory again gets the better of. I think it was Kounde. He got the better of, and it falls to Mosquera. And was that a penalty? It wasn't. It wasn't a penalty, and it was the right decision because when you think about it, right? I mean, he gets the elbow in. If he doesn't put that elbow in, Christensen might have made the challenge, but he doesn't. He might not have. But the reason why he goes down is because Christensen legs tangles with him. But the only reason Christensen's leg tangles with him is because of that arm that hits him in the face. So it was not a penalty for me, not a red card for me. But if that had been given, there might have been a spot of bother because they would have been down to 10 men, might even have equalized. And then other than that, of course, was the goal that Plzen scored. And that was a good goal, well worked. Again, pushed out wide, nice cross in. Again, physically dominant in the air. It's a good finish on Sykora. And that could have been a problem. Sykora, when he scored that could have been a problem. But the fact that they couldn't go in halftime 2-1, they had to concede that third goal and right at the end of the half. I think that kind of deflated them a little bit and kind of gave Barca the cushion that they needed, and that made it a little bit easier for them to try and get that win. From Barcelona's point of view, I think all the goals were good. The first goal, there will be a bit of disappointing person because a lot of the goals actually came from mistakes and giveaways. And the first goal really was, it was a well worked. It was not very. It was a decent corner, but Kounde just out jumps everybody in the box. That shouldn't be happening, and he does that. And it falls to Kessie. It was a nice header into the side, right in the side, just next to the post. It's a good finish though from Kessie. Makes it 1-0. Then Lewandowski gets his goal again. That it's just Sergio Roberto runs through. Nobody stops him. Gets to Lewandowski. It's a fantastic finish right into the corner. And then the third goal I think will be one that will really crush the person because it was a good run from Dembele again, but they won the ball back. And all they've got to do is they've got to clear it out. But for some reason, the defender tries to be too cute. And Dembele goes and says, I'm going to win the ball back. He wins the ball back of the Mosquera. I think it was Mosquera, isn't it? Who's trying to be too cute. And wins the ball off of him. Then puts in a nice cross. And all Lewandowski has to do is make sure that he gets it on target, which he does. It's a good finish. Again from, Lewandowski. But really, that was all about Dembele doing the work. And then, of course, in the second half, two more goals again. Lewandowski, the fantastic finish. All three of Lewandowski's goals were really well taken. And of course, then Fantos got there. And I know a lot of people will talk about, we were talking about Haaland, we're talking about strikers around Haaland, and now the goals he's scoring. Lewandowski has gone a little bit under the radar. I mean, he's done really well. Barcelona has had a great start to his career, and he's just been scoring goal after goal after goal. He looks, to me right now, he looks like the most complete striker in the world. He does. I know you've got Benzema. I know you've got Haaland. I know people might talk about Mbappe as well. But just feel Lewandowski, because if you look at the other three, there are chinks in their armors. We said there's some things there that are not there, but Lewandowski just can seem to do everything. As a striker, you can score tap-ins, you can score headers, you can score long ranges, you can score nice little perfectly placed shots. He seems to be aware about his surroundings, and also tries to create chances. Benzema for me can do that as well. I think Benzema is the closest that he can do it, but I just feel like his level has dropped a little bit since the start of the season. I think we start with Vinicius coming more and more to the fore. I think Benzema is kind of going back to the way that he was when Ronaldo was there, where he was creating space for Ronaldo to operate in as opposed to being the primary goal scorer. But that means I think Lewandowski is fantastic. so far this season. It's really been good. But one of the standouts was actually Ousmane Dembele. I thought Ousmane Dembele was really, really good today. And I had a bit of a slow start, but by the most probably towards the end of that first half and the second half, he just completely just dominated the game on that right wing. And I keep saying I think the right wing is his best position. The problem is when you're playing Raphinha and him together, someone's got to be playing on the right wing, and you have to then figure out who plays left. Whether that's Ferran Torres, whether that's Fati, whether that's Raphinha, you figure that out. But you played him better at the right because he just looks like such a different player on that right. The runs that he was making, the carrying the ball so well. So he should have had a goal as well, a couple of good shots, but he still got assists. I think that's so important in the modern game, isn't it? It's just so important to have that. So I like the way that he played. I like the way that he operated today, and I hope he'll keep this form up. He'll keep this momentum up. And for me, smash a like for Ousmane Dembele if he was your man of the match. It's not for me. I still got to give it to Lewandowski because he got a hat trick and they were very good goals. But smash a like if Ousmane Dembele was your man of the match because I just thought he played very well. I think his play deserved more plaudits than I think he would get. Lewandowski would take the headlines, but he was really, really good. This is a comfortable victory at the end of the day. I think I don't think there's a lot of dissection that needed. The only question will be the defense. But then again, the Barcelona were playing a few second stringers, and Alba will probably not play the big games. Unlikely to see Christensen play the big games either. I think their back four will likely be Kounde, Araujo, and Eric Garcia at the moment. And that's going to be, and then if you pick, Balde, I think at left back. I think it's your four for the moment. Garcia has done well so far. Maybe Christensen comes in for Garcia, but I think for now, I think Garcia probably is clear of Christensen based on today's performance. And then you probably want to play Sergio Roberto, so it still makes your defense. And of course, they were missing Busquets as well. So I don't think that defense will play as often as it did, and so therefore, there's issues there for depth wise, but I think overall the Barcelona still look pretty good. So that's no. But do let me know what you think of what you thought of the game, what you think of the formation, the players. Do you think there needs to be any kind of changes for the upcoming game? Not in terms of the fact that maybe some of these players deserve a look in. I mean, of course there will be changes, but do you think that some of the players who play today deserve a look in for the game at the weekend? Do let me know in the comments. Of course, obviously love to hear from you guys, and do remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube as well as on Facebook. We're getting close to 200 subscribers. We'll do one more match reaction, for one or the other game, the short reaction. So when you do subscribe, you get notified for those videos as they drop. And of course, we do appreciate your support in helping us grow the channel. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.